guys, and welcome back to Glokna picks. And today we will be ranking the top 8 quarterbacks in the NFC, 1 through 8. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So without further ado, let's get started. And now at number 1, I do have Russell Wilson because, if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, he would have won the MVP. And also, he is very, very consistent. One season he gets 31 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Another, he pretty much does the same thing, if not better. And he's very consistent with his touchdowns and interceptions. That's a huge reason of why he's number 1. And yeah, people like Carson Wentz, people like Dak Prescott, people like Matthew Stafford, people like Matt Ryan. They aren't really very consistent, and Russell Wilson doesn't have as good of wide receivers as Drew Brees does, and yeah, there's a lot of reasons, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Number 1, Russell Wilson. And at number 2, I do have Carson Wentz from the Eagles, and let's remember that he had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and that's basically like putting up Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees numbers, or if not close to that, and yeah, the reason why he's not number 1 is because of his consistency. He's not, sometimes he has like 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Other times he has less each season. And yeah, he is a good quarterback. He is very underrated. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So number 2, Carson Wentz. And at number 3, this might be a huge shocker, but I do have Matthew Stafford from the Detroit Lions. Yes, I did change my opinion on the ranking the NFC North quarterbacks, and this is why. And it is because in 8 games he had 19 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and I calculated it up, and he would have had like 34 touchdowns and 10 interceptions or something like that, and that is better than. That year was, if he had not got hurt, he could have had a better year than both Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, and even Carson Wentz. And I think if he truly is healthy, he can be a top tier quarterback in the league. We've seen it in 2017. He had 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He had an amazing year. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Number 3, Matthew Stafford. And at number 4, I do have Matt Ryan. That might be a shocker as well. And the reason is because I think he can be good. He can be good. Which means in 2018, he had 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, which is really good. And also in 2016, he had 38 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So he can be good. And the reason why he's not number 3 or number 2 or number 1 is because he is very inconsistent. Yes, I know Julio Jones was out for most of the year in 2019, and he didn't really have that good of a year in 2019. But still, when he can be good, he can be good. And right now, I don't think it's fair to say that he can be better than number 4 because he is inconsistent. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Moving on to number 5. At number 5, I do have Aaron Rodgers. And I know what you guys say. You guys are like, oh, Drew Brees should be up here. He should at least be better than Aaron Rodgers. Well, I say this.
No.
Drew Brees is loaded with talent. He has good wide receivers, good running backs, good tight ends, and a good defense. But I know Aaron Rodgers does too, but it is not as good as Drew Brees. And if Aaron Rodgers was on the Saints and he was the quarterback, he would do better stat. He would have better stats than Drew Brees, and also Drew Brees is 41. And yeah, there's people like Kirk Cousins. You can't say that he's better just yet, and people like Dak Prescott you can't say are better yet. And also the reason why he's not higher is because he, on a regular basis, he does not put as good stats as people like Matt Ryan or Matthew Stafford. Because when Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan are on their good side, they are better than Aaron Rodgers. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Number 5, Aaron Rodgers. And at number 6, I do have Drew Brees. And like I said earlier, the reason why he's not like number 5 or number 4 is because he has extremely good tight ends and wide receivers. And yeah, and the reason why he's also better than people like, let's say, Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott, that is also because they have really good wide receivers as well, and Drew Brees puts up better stats than them. So, I mean, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say. Number 6, Drew Brees. Number 7, I do have Kirk Cousins, and I know what you're saying. Oh, Dak Prescott should be higher. Well, this is what I say. Number 1, Kirk Cousins is more consistent and has better stats than Dak Prescott. And number 2, they pretty much have the same exact wide receivers to throw to. And yeah, the reason why he's not ahead of Aaron Rodgers or people like him is because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have as good of wide receivers to throw to as people like Kirk Cousins. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Number 7, Kirk Cousins. Number 8, the last one of the day, I do have Dak Prescott. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Tom Brady should be on this list. Tom Brady should be on this list. Well, this is what I say. In 2019, Dak Prescott had 30 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, as Tom Brady in his Super Bowl year in 2018 had 29 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And also, Tom Brady is 43. You cannot expect him to do much. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. The reason why he's not ahead of Kirk Cousins is, I mean, he pretty much has the same exact stats as him. It's just he's not as consistent as him. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Number 8, the last one of the day, Dak Prescott. That will be it, guys. If you liked the video, I really recommend if you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications so you do not miss another video. And also, the reason why I didn't post yesterday is because I had to prepare for 4 hours. I edited for about 3 hours, and also I have a lot of stuff going around in my life. So I mean, yeah, and then also, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Cue the outro. Much love. Peace.